Hi guys, it's Nancy. So I have the back of one of those shiplap boards that are 12 by 18, and I'm just going to paint it with 2 coats in Waverly in the color plaster, letting it dry in between. And once it's dry, I sand it and wax the whole board. And then I'm going to take this reusable silkscreen transfer, which I just think is so pretty. We're going to go ahead and use a neutral color. So I took Dune and just went around and chalked in a majority of the transfer. And then I'll clean my transfer and set that aside to dry so I can use it again at the end. Then I went ahead and just started painting. I painted his coat in Cabernet. Went around with some different Christmas colors. I think this turned out really pretty in the end. I'm using just some small art brushes that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. Guys, type the word perks and check your messages. That'll allow you to get all of these products at a 30% discount. Don't pay retail. This will be awesome for you. I did use Meadow for those tips of the pine tree, but in the end, I ended up switching that back to Ivy. So what I did is I chalked around his hat because he had a little bit of greenery there and all of the Christmas tree in Ivy. And then once I got that fully chalked, I went ahead and lifted the transfer just a little bit, just in those areas, to release the paste from that silkscreen. And then I did the rest of the entire St. Nicholas in black chalk paste. And that gave me all my detail back. Isn't he so pretty? I just love that. So then I went in and I had missed a little bit on his hat and just kind of painted that in red and touched up a little bit around him with the background color. And then I took these cutout letters from my Etsy site and just made a plan with those so they all fit on this 12 by 18 board. Of course, you know, I always use Gorilla Wood Glue, and then I did paint them in Shimmer Gold afterwards. I love how this turned out.